Research gap, routine activity theory and its extension, lifestyle routine activity theory, have been extensively applied to study cybercrime regions such as Europe and the United States. However, significant gaps remain in applying these frameworks to developing countries including the Philippines, particularly in emerging urban centers such as Davao City. Most studies, such as those by Lukfeld and Yar in year 2022 and Ahmad and Turasami in year 2022, examine general online behaviors and protective measures in high-income countries with advanced digital infrastructures. These works do not fully address localized challenges in Southeast Asia, including heavy reliance on mobile banking applications coupled with insufficient cybersecurity educations. Organized criminal network took advantage of these vulnerabilities. For instance, through the distribution of fraudulent SIM cards for scams. Furthermore, limited research integrated routine activity theory and lifestyle routine activity theory with social cognitive theory to investigate how self-efficacy or an individual confidence in managing online tasks influence the relationship between routine internet use and victimization. This omission overlooks critical individual factors, particularly among diverse age group in resource-limited settings. In the Philippines, research is insufficient in routing online activities, such as e-commerce or social media interactions, which contributes to victimization in secondary cities, such as Davao City. Cybercrime incidents in the area increased by more than 200% in 2024, driven by scams targeting everyday users. Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group year 2024-2025. The present study addressed these gaps by integrating lifestyle routine activity theory and social cognitive theory to empirically test predictors among a Davao-based sample. It develops a contextually relevant model that translates theoretical concepts into practical recommendations adapted to the local cultural behaviors patterns. The urgency of this research in Davao City arises from the rapid expansion of cybercrimes aimed at increasing internet adoption for employment, commerce, and social connectivity. With a population of approximately 1.8 million, the city serves as emerging commercial capital. As of now, victimization rates elevate by 150% from year 2023 to 2024. These trends have resulted in financial losses exceeding 50 million pesos in the adverse effect on community mental health. Social weather stations in 2024, Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center in year 2025. Currently, no localized strategies exist to counter this threat due to the absence of studies examining how routine online behaviors elevate risk, compounded by variation in digital literacy and proximity to transnational criminal operations. Without such insight, vulnerable populations, including students, small business owners, and older adults engaged in mobile banking or social media, remain highly exposed. This continues ongoing economic and public safety challenges. Conducting this study is essential for informing timely interventions such as community-based cybersecurity education program to prevent cybercrime from preventing Davos development objective under the National Cybersecurity Framework. The Department of Information and Communications Technology in year 2022. So the primary and specific objectives. This study aims to evaluate the applicability of routine activity theory in the context of cybercrime by identifying key online behaviors and situational factors that increase the livelihood of victimization in digital environments. Specifically, it seeks to examine how everyday online routine activities among digital users such as social media interactions, informations, sharing, and digital exposure interact with elements of routine activity theory. Motivated offenders, suitable targets, and absence of capable guardians to predict cybercrimes victimizations, thereby contributing to theoretical advancement and practical interventions in cybersecurity. In pursuit of the general objectives, this study addressed the two primary variables: online routine activities and cybercrime victimizations through three target objectives. First, it quantitatively determines the nature, frequency, and patterns of online routine activities among digital users by applying routine activity theory, including an analysis of behaviors that heighten vulnerability, such as unprotected browsing or frequent engagement in high-risk online platforms. Second, it descriptively assess the prevalence, types, and severity of cybercrime victimizations experienced by digital users, encompassing incidents like phishing attacks, identity theft, and online fraud to establish empirical profiles of victim exposures. Third, it inferentially investigate the significant relations between online routine activities and cybercrime victimizations, employing statistical techniques such as correlations and regression analysis to determine the predictive influence of routine online behaviors on victimization's outcomes, including potential mediations or moderations effects from digital guardianship factors. This This study will test the following hypotheses derived from the specific objectives with an expectations that a meaningful relationship exists based on theoretical foundations. Null hypothesis: there is no significant relationship between online routine activities and cybercrime victimization among digital users. So the significance of this study. This study holds significant relevance for various stakeholders within Davao City, Davao City's online community, and the broader Philippines context by providing practical strategies to help prevent cybercrime through the application of routine activity theory and lifestyle routine activity theory. The primary respondents of this study are digital users, specifically University of the Mindanao students from first year to fourth year students. As one of the most active groups of online users, these are highly vulnerable to cybercrime victimizations, and their online behavior routines and digital lifestyle will provide the essential data needed to test the applicability of the routine activity theory and lifestyle routine activity theory in predicting cybercrime risks. The first set of beneficiaries are law enforcement agencies, particularly the Philippine National Police, the Anti-Cybercrime Group, the PNP Cybercrime Division, and the Cybercrime Investigations and Coordinating Center. They will benefit immediately from the identification of key indicators that may signal potential victims. Such insights can support the development of the targeted policies, including educational programs focused on scam recognitions and improved crimes reporting mechanisms, thereby addressing the rising incidence of cyber offense, which resulted in losing exceeding 198 million pesos in year 2024. The second key beneficiaries are barangay units, which can apply the result to strengthen grassroots level awareness campaign and community-based interventions. By using the study's findings, barangay will be better equipped to guide the local residents, including youth and the older adult, engage in online activities towards safer digital practice and reduce their susceptibility to online threats. The third main beneficiaries are the businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, which rely heavily on digital platforms for operations and transactions. They can utilize the study findings to strengthen cybersecurity protocols, safeguard customers' data, and build stronger trust to online commerce. In addition, education institutions and the technology sectors, particularly the college in Davao and the organizations dependent on digital platforms, may incorporate the findings to enhance cybersecurity curricula, workplace policies, and digital safety initiatives. This minimize the risk faced by students and employees, who constitute approximately 60% of reported victims, Philippine Statistics Authority in year 2025. Moreover, government bodies such as the Department of Information and Communications Technology and municipal authorities can use the results to reinforce the national cybersecurity plan by addressing vulnerabilities in digital infrastructure and promoting equitable access to secure internet service. The Presidential Communications Office in year 2024. Lastly, this research contributes to the academic field by integrating lifestyle routine activity theory and the social control theory within a relatively underexplored geographical context, thereby laying the groundwork for future long-term studies, cross-national comparisons, and investigations into emerging cyber risks, including those involving artificial intelligence driven scams. By focusing on students' respondents and extending benefits to the law enforcement agencies, barangay units, businesses, and other stakeholders, this study ensures that both theory and practice are advanced in building effective crime prevention strategies in the digital age.